For us, and as we head into tomorrow morning, we might see a couple of isolated showers, but really the storm threat returns tomorrow evening. I'll take a closer look in your full forecast, but first, your news starts right now.
Tonight, the Country Life Music Festival officially canceled. What this means for those with tickets. Plus, big cuts could soon come to the local business community, why state incentives are being put on hold. And making a change to help traveling moms, the new legislation aiming to allow mothers to better care for their kids inside an airport. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Paul Cicchini. Maria Chandler has the night off. Many people in the area scrambling now for answers after learning this afternoon a popular music festival will no longer take place next month. Organizers of the Country Life Music Festival announced the news around 4:30 today. Some sources tell WMBD they knew it was coming. Our Marvis Herring has more tonight in our top story at 6. Marvis?
Paul, take a look at this video here. You can see thousands flocked to the Country Music Festival last year, but this year no one will be enjoying that Country Life Music Festival. This is the message that was posted by organizers. It says Blue Entertainment Group LLC deeply regrets to announce that the 2015 Country Life Music Festival in Chillicothe, Illinois has been canceled. All ticket holders will be notified via email within 24 hours with additional information. Kaylee responded to the news on our WMBD Facebook page, writing, "I hope they are smart enough to give refunds. I feel like we were all scammed." Laura writes, "My husband paid a lot to be a sponsor of this. We better get a full refund, especially since he was just sent proofs last week with no mention of financial concerns."
Okay, so Marvis, you mentioned concerns, lots of concerns, of course, about money. So any word on whether Country Life is going to offer refunds?
Well, Paul, right now it's not certain if they will or will not get their money back. As we've been reporting, some of the proceeds were going to benefit St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. We did reach out to the general manager of Three Sisters Park, where the event was set to take place, and a number of other people involved. We'll have more on that tonight on WMBD News at 10. Paul?
All right, thanks, Marvis. Stick with it. A story now that's developing tonight. Former House Speaker Dennis Hastert pleading not guilty in federal court in Chicago today at his arraignment. Hastert's accused of trying to hide hush money payments and lying about it to the FBI. Prosecutors say Hastert agreed to pay someone more than $3 million to cover up past misconduct. Sources say Hastert paid the money to hide sexual misconduct with a former male student. Hastert worked as a teacher and coach in Illinois before turning to politics. Illinois Republican served as House Speaker from 1999 to 2007. A Peoria high school teacher will not face any sexual abuse charges. Bethany Newsom was arrested in April over allegations involving one of her students. State's Attorney Jerry Brady tells WMBD there was a moment of horseplay in a classroom that was reported to authorities. He says the person involved reluctantly cooperated with police, and it was determined there was no sexual intent. As a result, Newsom was not charged. Last month, however, Newsom resigned from her position at Peoria High. A man in Peoria is admitting to sending inappropriate pictures of himself with a child to a child while trying to get pictures of another child. 25-year-old Seth Morris pleaded guilty in federal court yesterday. He was using the social networking service Meet Me to talk with a 14-year-old girl, trying to get more pictures of child porn. Morris is scheduled to be sentenced October 14th. He also faces various felony charges of criminal sexual assault and abuse in Peoria County. Governor Rauner says he's preparing for Democrats to introduce a budget that would cost the state an extra $4 billion in new revenue. He's making some cuts to statewide programs. WMBD's Jessica Coons explains how these cuts could impact the business community. It's a story from our Capitol newsroom.
Some of Illinois' business incentive programs are on hiatus. Governor Bruce Rauner cut them as part of a plan to save the state $400 million. Todd Meisch is CEO of the Illinois Chamber of Commerce.
I would say to employers almost across the board are going to say, get the finances under control first. We'll take the short-term pain of lack of job funding.
Meisch says the state needs the break until a balanced budget is reached, but he says there's a catch. Saving the state some money in the short term, he says could eventually cost Illinois some business.
If it starts to be a little bit of doubt about where Illinois is going to be in economic development over even the medium haul, then you start to see a problem develop.
The cuts suspend several programs like large business attraction grants and employer training program incentives. It also stops new businesses from applying for the state's EDGE tax credits. Those tax credits are supposed to keep business here. It allows companies to do business at the same price they would in another state.
Long term, we're really going to be at a disadvantage if other states have incentive programs and Illinois does not.
Senator Scott Bennett says cuts need to be made, but he says these cuts might not be the right ones.
All of these hurt us in the long run and frankly are going to cost us a lot more down the road than they're ever going to save us today.
But for now, business leaders like Maish say this is one way to help soften the blow.
Nobody's going to believe that those incentives are going to be there in the future if you don't get the finances fixed. That's got to be job one.
Now, keep in mind, these cuts wouldn't change any incentives that have already been promised. Some other cuts could take effect if a balanced budget is not reached by July 1st. Now, those could impact child care programs and nursing homes. Lawmakers returning to the capital city for continuous session today. House was in some much heated debates when it came to two property tax bills. Now that the General Assembly is in overtime, they need 71 votes to pass any legislation. The proposals did not have that support. One bill was modeled after the governor's reforms for property tax freezes, but got only one Republican that voted yes. Now to a story that's new tonight at 6. Traveling solo can be stressful enough, but then add a newborn baby to the mix. New legislation in Congress could soon ease that stress a bit. WMBD's Hannah Hilliard joins us in the studio. So, Hannah, what is this measure?
Well, Paul, it's called the Friendly Airports for Mothers Act, a bill that would require all large and medium-sized airports to provide a lactation room, a place for moms to breastfeed in private.
Just because they are traveling, breastfeeding does not stop.
And that's why new legislation aims to assist those moms doing both. The Friendly Airports for Mothers Act would require designated rooms in airports for breastfeeding. It would be a simple room that is simply not a bathroom.
It's an excellent idea for all moms, new moms, moms who have been through it before.
Gene Olson, Peoria's director of airports, says this has never been an issue at his airport.
We've never had anybody ask for anything private, and we've never had anybody complain either.
PIA does have one alternative besides restrooms.
We would make our conference room available.
But Olson says he tries to be careful.
If you see someone out in a public area breastfeeding, you don't want to go up and ask them, would you like to go to a more private location, because you don't want to give off the idea that you think there's anything wrong with that.
But OSF St. Francis Medical Center's lactation consultant Lisa Smith has one request, a sign so moms know where they can go.
I think just having that private place where you can sit and not be interrupted is important.
Now, Illinois Representative Tammy Duckworth introduced the bill to the House of Representatives late last month. Right now it is in the Aviation Subcommittee. Paul?
Thanks, Hannah. Hot conditions creating the perfect breeding ground for mosquitoes, especially those that carry disease like West Nile virus. Peoria County started trapping mosquitoes June 1st for testing. No cases of West Nile have been found in the county so far, but others have been confirmed in the state. County Health Department says the hot and humid weather increases the rate at which mosquitoes can reproduce. It can take as few as 3 days for larvae to mature in an environment like this one. For tips on staying safe this summer, you can head over to our website, ciproud.com. Nasty storms causing quite a bit of damage in central Illinois. How much it's costing the River City to clean up. But first, Rachel, it sounds like more rain's on the way.
Yes, and it is feeling hot out there, but today, sunny, no clouds on our Skycam over Pontiac. The heat sticks around for the rest of the week and brings more storm chances. I'll have your 8-day outlook after the break.
You're watching WMBD News at 6 in high definition with Paul Cicchini, Maria Chandler, Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with your local weather authority forecast, and Kurt Fegler with sports. This is WMBD News at 6, Central Illinois proud.
There's a lot we can do to save energy at home. And with energy efficiency programs from Ameren, Illinois, it's never been easier to do even more. In fact, over 500,000 Ameren, Illinois customers have already reduced their energy use. Delivering reliable energy is my job.
But using less energy at home is something we all can do.
Ameren, Illinois. Energy at work.
Whatever your project, you'll find all the tools and supplies you need at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, save 10% on Fram oil filters. This 5,000-pound ratchet tie-down from Erickson is only $7.99. And all Michelin tires are on sale. Buy a matching set of 4 and get a $70 gift card back by mail. Quality products at a fair price. That's genuine value. That's Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
There's a lot to love about TiVo DVR service from Mediacom. Check it out.
A movie, a show, an actor. I just type it in and TiVo finds it wherever it is. I can even search the web.
YouTube, Spotify, Netflix, and more right on my TV.
Plus, with TiVo, I can set a recording from anywhere.
And download my recorded shows to watch on the go.
TiVo DVR. Get it as part of Mediacom's complete entertainment package. Mediacom, the power to simplify.
This portion of WMBD News is brought to you by Morton Community Bank.
Throughout Central Illinois, there's someone lending a helping hand to families and businesses, someone providing the means to make hopes and dreams become reality. We're your hometown community banks, and we're a part of your hometown. Together, we're making our community stronger, one relationship at a time. Hometown Community Banks. Look for the clock tower, and you'll know. We have time for you. Remember, Desi?
The Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Walker Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Now, your local weather authority, WMBD meteorologist Rachel Kay.
We have had a lot of hot and humid days for the past few days. Actually, the coolest day we've seen was Saturday, where we hit a high of 81, which is just average. Since then, we have gone up. Today, we actually hit a high of 91 here in Peoria. Dropped a little bit since then, though. We're back into those upper 80s, 89 in Peoria, 87 in Bloomington right now, but still 90 degrees a little bit further south in Lincoln. And we are looking to stay warm as we go throughout the rest of the night tonight, but at least we have nice clear skies. Here's a look on our Geyer Roofing Skycam in Bloomington. We're going to stay clear throughout the rest of the night tonight if you do want to go out for a run, but I would recommend waiting until after sunset because it is so hot out there. So around 8 p.m. the sun will start to go down. We'll drop into those low to mid 80s, a nice light breeze coming from the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Almost wish we'd have a little bit more breeze with all of this heat and humidity, but you can see on Storm Tracker we're looking dry for now. Future Track not picking up on this so well because of the heat and humidity that we do have, picking up on a couple of isolated showers that really just aren't there. So we should stay dry for the rest of the night tonight and heading into tomorrow morning. We might see a couple of very isolated showers, most of us dry throughout the early part of the day. Right around noon, you can see a little bit more cloud cover starting to build in, but still should be some sun peeking throughout there. It's in the evening that we're going to start to see more scattered showers and storms pop up. You can see Future Track doesn't have anything too heavy, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do have a few rumbles of thunder in there tomorrow evening as well. Heading into Thursday morning, we should start off the day dry again, but more storm chances return a little bit earlier in the day Thursday and kind of widespread scattered showers and storms by Thursday evening. That trend will kind of continue as we head into Friday and the weekend as well. We've got a lot of kind of dreary weather ahead, but at least not washouts, and tonight staying dry. Warm as well. We'll hit lows right around 70 in Peoria, most of us in those upper 60s. And as we head throughout the day tomorrow, mostly dry, very hot and humid again. It looks like we're going to hit an actual high in the low 90s, but real feel, the heat index looking to be like those upper 90s. It's going to feel like 98 here in Peoria. Now today we actually have dew points in the mid 60s, which feels muggy, but by the time we head into tomorrow, we're going to be in those low 70s. It's really just going to feel gross out there. Here's a look at your full 8-day outlook. You can see we're going to be hot and humid with those storm chances as we go throughout the next few days. Not necessarily as bad as it looks. I want to point out especially Saturday, because I think Saturday right now at least looks like our best chance to stay mostly dry at least. A pop-up definitely possible, but I wouldn't say that your Saturday is going to be ruined at least.
Well, it can't be that bad. I mean, at least it's warm. It's staying warm. I know
Warm
muggy.
and hot. I don't know if it's great weather to be outside. Only if you're in the pool, I think.
Yeah, that's fine. There you go. It's the bright side. All right, thanks, Rachel. Now to a story we've been following for you. Peoria's Department of Public Works is assessing the cost of cleaning up after the mess caused by the storms. Damage is described as widespread. The department has taken over 200 service calls for downed trees. The most significant flood-related issues are estimated to cost between $200 and $300 per project. Public Works says it will have a better estimate of the total by the end of the week when it plans to wrap up its cleanup efforts. Still ahead, how a local energy company is helping people keep cool in this hot summer-like weather.
Hello, I am Dr. Sushma Pradhan from Unity Point Clinic. It is never too early to schedule your child's back-to-school physical. During a school physical, your child's pediatrician will check things like height and weight and check to be sure your child is reaching developmental milestones. Getting this done early can save you some stress as you prepare your child to go back to the classroom.
School just got out and I'm going to get it done and out of the way so they won't have to worry about it later on. We've been coming here for a while now. My baby was just born. They know what they're doing and they're just good doctors to.
At Unity Point Clinic, we know the doctor's office can sometimes be a scary place for a child. That is why we do our best to make it easy for your child and for you.
She's funny and she helps make the doctors fun. They give me cichlids.
Making an appointment with Unity Point Clinic is easy. Find the number for your neighborhood clinic at unitypoint.org/Peoria. I am Dr. Sushma Pradhan.
Unity Point Clinic HealthBeat on CIProud.com. Get the latest in medical information straight from the experts, helping Central Illinois live long and feel better. Unity Point Clinic HealthBeat on CIProud.com. The point of unity is you.
Value. It's what you've come to expect from Kubota. Right now, come into German Bliss and get more value for less. Purchase a new Kubota L2501DT tractor and get payments as low as $199 a month for 60 months. You can't miss with German Bliss.
Wake up in your first home. Wake up in a home with a new address. Wake up in a home with no address. Your dream home evolves, and protecting it takes committed support. American Family Insurance.
Hey Central Illinois, Clay and Lindsay here. Join us for the 2015 Midwest League All-Star Game and Home Run Derby, June 23rd at Dozer Park.
See some of the top prospects in Major League Baseball right here in Peoria.
Get your tickets now at PeoriaChiefs.com.
Midwest League All-Star Game at Dozer Park, a great night for baseball.
You're watching WMBD News at 6.
Ameren, Illinois is doing its part to keep people cool in Peoria. Today, Ameren donated 100 air conditioners to PCCEO as part of its Ameren Cares program. The ACs will help elderly, disabled, and young kids beat the summer heat. ACs are Energy Star efficient, only costing $1 a day to run. Ameren says it's a cool way to give back to those in need.
The elderly, children with respiratory, it's really important. Children with asthma, if they at night, if they cannot get into a cool place and get to sleep, it's difficult for them to really get the proper rest they need.
Ameren is giving away 500 air conditioners total throughout Illinois. Special Olympics Unified Relay Across America is bringing people from the country together to raise awareness of Special Olympics. Flame of Hope is carried from Athens, Greece, from the East Coast to the West Coast for the World Games in LA on July 25th. WMBD's Maria Chandler was there today. 14 team members, 4 athletes and 10 board members, staff, and volunteers took part in their leg of the race. Maria ran in southern Illinois through Belleville. Today's events finished in St. Louis, but will continue on west. The Illinois Summer Games are this weekend in Normal, so this is a great intro to the state games. Speaking of sports, Washington softball taking the field with the trip to state on the line. Dan Malloy has an update next in sports.
We didn't help get them up extra early. And we didn't pack their favorite lunch. But we did help fuel the ride that let them realize the world is one big classroom. At Enbridge, we believe when the energy you invest in life meets the energy we fuel it with, beautiful things happen. Enbridge, life takes energy.
More people choose Ford F-Series to help run their lives, run their construction crews, their farms, even run away. And F-150 is the truck that helps you run on all cylinders. That's why Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling truck 38 years running. And with one sold about every 42 seconds, you guessed it, they're running out fast.
Get 0 for 60 plus 1,500 trade assist, or get 5,500 savings plus 1,250 bonus cash and 1,500 trade assist.
What if we could harvest clean wind energy just like a crop and ship it to where it's needed most? And what if we reap the benefits? Thousands of new jobs, lower electrical prices, billions of dollars in new investments. This is the Grain Belt Express Clean Line, and this can be the future for Illinois. Let's get to work. Let's build the Grain Belt Express Clean Line.
At Grossinger Motors, we brought in a new team that's focused on working hard to serve our neighbors. With a bigger selection, lower prices, no games or gimmicks. Plus, the Grossinger Advantage, our plan to make sure you're always satisfied, now and down the road. Right now, drive a new Impreza for just $21,400, or lease a new Forester for just $159 per month. So stop by and visit with our new staff in sales and service today. We're all dedicated to exceeding your expectations. At Grossinger Motors in Bloomington Normal.
picking the perfect color to our outstanding no prep, no prime formula, Menards and Dutch Boy make transforming your world easy. Go Dutch. Dutch Boy Platinum Paint, available at Menards.
Now, your local sports with WMBD's Dan Malloy.
School is out for the summer, and every Central Illinois high school team is out of the state playoffs, except the Washington Softball Panthers. Today, the team retakes the field after Monday's rainout. A win would send the Panthers to state. Like the sectional final, this was an extra inning affair, tied at 2 after 7. Then the Panthers rally from 3 runs down in the 8th. Zoe Wethrell's walk-off 3-run homer sends the Panthers to state for the first time in 25 years. I'll have lots more from this game coming up tonight at 10. The last remaining baseball team in Central Illinois saw its season end at Super Sectionals Monday. Metamora could not get the bats going in a 3-0 loss to Wheaton St. Francis. It's the final game for the most successful senior class in program history, one that has turned a perennial football powerhouse into one of the top baseball programs in Central Illinois.
To win 90 games in 3 years, to be at the state tournament and win 3rd place, all of the championships they've won, conference, regional, sectional, just it's an amazing legacy that they've left behind and something that will inspire our younger kids coming forward.
Our senior class and the legacy we left, I'd like to say we turned this baseball team around. I'm never going to forget these years.
Metamora's current run of 3 consecutive sectional titles are the only such championships in program history. Well, it's day 2 of the Major League Baseball first-year player draft, and a big day for ISU third baseman Paul DeJong. The Antioch, Illinois native got the call today in the 4th round from the St. Louis Cardinals. DeJong led the ISU Redbirds in most offensive categories this year and led the Missouri Valley Conference with 14 homers. He's the highest drafted Illinois State hitter in 30 years. Lightning is not supposed to strike the same place twice. If the Blackhawks have any hope to win their 3rd Stanley Cup in 6 seasons, they'll want to stop Tampa Bay from lighting up the United Center in Game 4. For the first time in these playoffs, the Hawks have lost consecutive games. Tampa capitalized on the Blackhawks' slow start and poor finish to take Game 3 3-2. The Hawks say they failed to capitalize against goalie Ben Bishop, who's played through a mysterious ailment.
So now that he's okay, can you tell us what the mystery injury was?
We'll have to wait till whenever this series ends for that. Sorry.
We still didn't put enough pucks at the net in traffic, obviously, but certainly later in the game there, we made it easier.
Game 4 is tomorrow night at 7 at the United Center before the series heads back to Tampa. Briefly, former Washington High School Athletic Director Craig Anderson will take over as director of the IHSA starting in January. Anderson, who's also worked at Morton and Olympia, has been the assistant executive director for the IHSA since 2010. And finally, this rally cap belongs in some kind of museum, some Hall of Fame. I counted at least 18 hats on this TCU player's head last night. Quite the balancing act. And Paul, it worked. TCU beat Texas A&M in the 16th inning to go to the College World Series.
So clearly they put as much effort into finishing the game as they did in building possibly the greatest rally cap ever.
I don't know how long that stood, but 4 innings later, they finally got their ticket to Omaha.
It'd be good to know if it stood for 4 innings. For sure. All right, thanks, Dan. Don't go anywhere. Rachel has a last look at your forecast right after this.
Here's what you can see tonight on WMBD, Central Illinois Proud.
Yesterday afternoon, 2 adult lions killed several people in Los Angeles.
Predators kill for food, but these people, they were just murdered.
Something's not right here. Animal behavior is now changing.
Get 2 sausage burritos and one of these medium drinks for just $3.33 at McDonald's.
If you've ever been in a retail store and you get that kind of weird feeling somebody's trying to jam something down your throat that maybe they have too many of or they make more money on, it's a bad feeling, you know. And it's one of the reasons at Sherman's that if you don't like something, you have 30 days to send it back. So when you come into Sherman's, what you're going to find is somebody who wants to know about you and what you have now and what you don't like about it and what you do want the next time. We'll find the right product for you or we'll take it back. It really is just the right thing to do.
Get 2 sausage burritos and one of these medium drinks for just $3.33 at McDonald's.
You're watching WMBD News at 6.
All right, one local Cubs fan took his love of baseball to a whole new level. He made a bet 5 years ago that finally paid off. In 2010, Dennis O'Brien's Springfield office flooded, leaving his flat-screen TV ruined. At the time, the team was 3 games under 500. He decided he wasn't going to buy a new TV until the Cubs went 5 games over. Finally happened on April 30th of this year. O'Brien went out and bought a new TV, but it didn't work. He returned it, got a new one. That one didn't work either, and O'Brien is now on his 3rd television.
Do you think it's a curse?
No, they're still 5 games over 500. And if they come over 500 for the year, that will be a massive improvement. And they'll only get better. I'm a Cub fan. I am ever optimistic. There's always next year.
Sounds like his luck with TV is about as good as his luck, or as good as the Cubs' luck on the field. Now, he is a 3rd-generation Cubs fan, and he says he's passed his love of baseball onto his kids.
That is some dedication, though.
That is patience, like a true Cub fan.
Yeah, exactly. Endured over time.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, so it sounds like we're going to have to endure some rain throughout the rest of the... and some heat.
Yes, absolutely. Tonight, at least warm, though. We're going to be around 70 degrees, and tonight will be clear. Your 8-day outlook not looking so great, though. A lot of rain on there.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it for us. And don't forget, WMBD News is available on air, online, and on the go. And you can head over to our website, ciprod.com, and get the latest news on our app for your smartphone or tablet. We'll see you right back here at 10.